Not too often you see the cops at KFC. There they be. Alright, I want to go to HEB, but I did see a trail system behind along the Rio Grande that I wanted to access, and there's no easy access points except for maybe this. So it's really hard to tell what they want to prevent exactly. There's a lock and they want to prevent drivers, but what about people just walking in? I'm thinking that I could just walk in. It's got to be public along the river. I'll admit I'm a little nervous about coming back here. I see there's horse poop and there's a lot of tracks, people turning around in some kind of a vehicle. Quite a bit of horse poop. It's just, there's no warning signs, and I would expect to see that if they really wanted people to stay out of here. What it would come down to is no warning sign, but if somebody approached me and said I can't be in this area, then I would make the argument that there's no warning in advance. I see hoof marks. There's a lot of horse activity. I don't know if that'd be border patrol. I'm going straight to the river. Oh man, smells like horse poop. Those are big. Those are big. Those are the biggest pellets I've ever seen. So it'd have to be the size of a horse, because cow poop is a lot different. Yeah, so the Rio Grande is pretty close. There's so much driving going on here. They'll see my footprints. Oh man. Yeah, they'll see my footprints for sure. Yeah, here's the river. I just can't make out what the heck kind of activity, what kind of business is going on around here. Here's some footprints. Are they just making sure this is all just a big guarded area, and they don't want anybody in here? This is the Rio Grande. And then there's a helicopter flying overhead. Could be border patrol. Hard to see. This is the Rio Grande, heavily patrolled, at least heavily traversed. Can't really see Mexico. They got it covered. You can hear the activity all around. So, it's not much to see. Just, I think that's it. Just get a peek. They don't really cut down the vegetation all along the banks. Not like, I forget, the other city, Eagle Pass. Yeah, you could just follow the path. I'm thinking this is probably public. Little used. Just makes me a little nervous. Not sure what to think of this area on how it's being used. Can joggers just come on here and get a little exercise in? Just got to be careful of illegals swimming across in the river. Here you can get close, really close to the bank. You can see trails, horse poop, lots of horse poop. So there's a good chance that there's a border patrol on horseback coming down around here. A little beach. The Mexicans have their side over there. Some kind of a park. That's the Mexican side. Oh yeah, they have a street. Street lights are visible from here. A full water jug here. And I see one over here too. For those, yeah, might be a little water in there for some of the migrants. Could I swim across the Rio Grande without going through any port of entry and then just come back into the US? No problem. just be undocumented entering Mexico. Alright, so there's a couple of things around here not far that I have not checked out yet. I'd like to bicycle to them. Okay, so there's about what, 1, 2, 3, 4 things. This is all downtown, pretty much. Okay, and I gotta read up on this stuff then. Try to check that out before I leave the city. So I woke up with quite a cough. Like, this reminds me, this cough, there's a lot of moisture that builds up in my lungs, right where the two lungs meet. A lot of moisture, and it's like, I don't know how I could prevent that, because this is what I remember having a problem with in Wisconsin. There's this buildup of moisture overnight sleeping in my car. Yeah, the windows are open, so it's hard to prevent. It's not a comfortable feeling. I was surprised to find that I still have the steel wool in my car. It's so weird how I find things that I thought I got rid of. I'm able to clean off this a little bit better now. I want it fully shining. I use the steel wool. The steel wool came with this cup that I stole from the museum. The cup doesn't need to be clean though. I think it looks great the way it is. A person shouldn't have left it where they did. But now I found use after, as long as I've kept this steel wool, I've actually found good use for it now. Alright, gonna do green tea and half of a lemon. See how that is. 2 green teas. So green tea and the lemon has given me a stomach sickness, and it comes in waves. I feel like I'm about to puke, and then it goes away for a few minutes, and then I feel like I gotta puke, and it goes away. It's happened 3 or 4 times now. This is kind of neat. Little bat that overlooks the hang. I've never seen that before. Only Mexicans. Look at how many quillars there are. Judge Rosie, Sheriff Martin, and Henry Quiller. What is that, an entire family? This house actually has a no dumping sign. No dumping on that abandoned property. Heading towards Slaughter Park. And there's a lot of dogs on Wooster. I don't know. I'll go through the park a little bit. My chain fell off earlier. I'm a little nervous about that chain breaking. It's close to the end of its lifespan of 3 months. Alright, this is a strange warning. Maybe it's a Spanish word on this baseball field, which, okay, they don't have much sand. No pepper? What does that mean? Look at this, it's all grass. They can, the area is so lush enough they can allow grass to grow on most of the baseball field. Usually that'd be like a sand. So for this, for my like back bends, I had to put on this extension because it's just a huge table. Alright, I believe this is an action. I just wanted to record a little bit of this. This is close to the Rio Grande. Ooh. They got a pretty nice trail system. It's actually paved. There's parts that seem like they're specifically for the Border Patrol. I'll see how close I can get to the... Oh, not close at all. Alright. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to the Rio Grande. I think this just kind of loops around, well distanced from it. Yeah, I think I'm going back to the park. It's just a loop. Not much to it. Just can move fast on it on bicycle. Nobody's out here. Yeah, going back to the park. So there used to be an American Embassy warehouse. This is it. They have a sign up that says it. But they put little businesses in it. La Aztec clothing. This is all private property, train yard stuff. Close, very close to the Rio Grande. Deuce dog. I don't know why it doesn't move. Here's another dog. You can see Mexico. I think this is the Rio Grande. Or maybe not, I don't know. Oh, geez. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, I hit a rock straight on. Marcella and Guta Mosin. Look at all these clothes. Not sure what business. Oh, they're shipping it out now. It's in the process of being hauled in. Huh. For border shredder. They shred clothes. There were people standing on piles of clothes, like mountains of clothes. They're processing. So I'm trying to hug the river as close as I can. I keep getting wrapped around, and this highway, this is probably the only access. I'm checking this out. Oh no, it takes a right up here, but I think I'm gonna get turned around. I think it's probably just a dead end. What I thought to be the Rio Grande is really not. It's just how this, I forget how you call it, a jut or something. It's a really strong curve. The out that the rivers do, they do that natural curve. So this is just another kind of a river. Very hard surface, and yeah, it's a strong curve around here for the river, the Rio Grande, and the city curves with it. All right, heading down a pretty busy one-way street. Oh my God, I have no room for bicycling this. Oh my God. Wow. Very narrow. Poles and seats. I gotta get around so much on sidewalks. They're most, well, okay. Well, to say homeless too, but there's none in Laredo. I really haven't distinguished one homeless person from anybody else. I'm at the Salvation Army. I smell food. I'm gonna ask if they have a list of food banks and free lunch places. Oh, right, they're closed. All right, I gotta stop here. Getting into the downtown a little bit. There's some beat up houses. Oi, 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 oi. Some narrow spots on these sidewalks. So they're exchanging money. You know, you're getting close enough to the border. Oh my God. I don't see any light to let me know when to cross. Over there. What happened? Maybe it probably got knocked down by a bad driver. Oh geez, that guy's blocking it. I was gonna say there's Mexican homeless people in this park. People love to make the argument that there's no Mexican homeless people. You just gotta go to the higher population Mexican cities. Everyone, there's about 6 of them sitting around. They look all homeless to me, Mexican people. And there's more up around the city. So you get into the city and you start finding the homeless people. Oh my goodness, this is a challenge. Ugh. This is a challenge, one-handed. All these wonderful challenges to get around. The most common beat you hear. Alright, so I'm gonna have to check the map soon enough. Jarvis Plaza. They got a flame burning over here for soldiers.